amazing Isla Cozumel, exploring the awesome and diverse ocean life from Playa Corona to Sky Reef. Today we're headed to the coral and fish-filled shallow reefs, starting from the north side of Playa Corona, exploring south and front of Playa Corona, the Sky Reef's famous deeper coral reefs. We're going to experience many vibrant and thriving Caribbean fish, colorful and diverse corals, all in an amazing, beautiful underwater environment. Isla Cozumel, the amazing Mexican Caribbean, where everything is beautiful and full of life. We've just entered from the rocky shore reef north of Playa Corona, and the water is amazingly clear. We're going to start by exploring south along the shallow reefs, which are filled with diverse corals and many Caribbean fish. There are many sea fans, sea plumes, Caribbean sea whips, and various sponges. And what do all the corals and sponges have in common with the fish? They're all animals. Even though they often resemble land plants, they are not. Wherever there's lots of corals, you'll find plenty of fish, like this schoolmaster snapper, with its yellow fins, silver body, and long pointed snout and large mouth. Nearby is a banded butterfly fish, which are usually found solo or in pairs. This banded butterfly fish is out looking for food, which includes small invertebrates, crustaceans, worms, eggs, and occasionally eating external parasites off of larger fish like the surgeonfish, grunts, and parrotfish. Eventually you'll come across areas in the reef dense with fish, like these various snappers and grunts swaying in the current. The shallow reef has some amazingly beautiful views, with the hot sun shining down on the corals. Let's take a moment to enjoy our underwater world, and right after, we're headed across Playa Corona to the deeper Sky Reef. If you've enjoyed this video so far, please subscribe now and place your notification bell on all to catch my future new videos. Also, explore my many ocean life adventure videos from the best of Southern California to Baja and the Mexican Caribbean. Now let's dive back in with hundreds of fish along the reef. Now we're passing through the purple sea fan-filled shallow reefs out front of Playa Corona. Here's a cool honeycomb cowfish headed in the same direction. This honeycomb cowfish, which is a species of boxfish, is not slowing down. But it's led us to a huge cloud of sardines hanging out along the reef. From here, we're headed out towards deeper Sky Reef, where the ocean floor makes a dramatic transition from shallow to deep. Let's enjoy one last cruise through the colorful and life-filled shallow reefs. As we leave the shallow reefs, we're bid farewell by several ocean triggerfish. These fish look like ocean space aliens. Now we're joined by young great barracuda. Great barracudas have huge fang-like teeth. Thank goodness they're friendly. Check out this strange looking trunkfish. With a couple spots, big lips, and puffy eyes. I'm not sure which species this is, but I'm sure I must look just as strange to it, as it's definitely checking me out. The majority of the underwater terrain looks like this, flat and filled with scattered sea whips and sea plumes, among other soft corals. There are occasional fish swimming by, but not too many. However, when we arrive at the deeper Sky Reef, that will drastically change. We are quickly approaching a piece of cement pier. Now inhabited by lots of fish and corals, let's check it out. That's a lot of cool marine life calling this chunk of cement home. Like this large spot-fin porcupine fish, headed into the shade. And check out this cool little lizardfish. It's been calmly watching me. Lizardfish are bottom dwellers with slender cylindrical bodies with heads that resemble lizards. They have a mouth full of super sharp teeth, even on their tongue. Now the spot-fin porcupine fish is watching me watch the lizardfish. Spot-fin porcupine fish can inflate themselves with water while raising their spines to defend themselves. They also have a potent neurotoxin in certain parts of their body, such as the liver, skin, and viscera. But if you've ever swum nearby a porcupine fish, you know they're peaceful and non-aggressive. As this group of jacks passes by, we're going to relax to a couple last views of the beautiful marine life around the cement. This line of buoys out front of Sky Reef, about 70 yards from shore, is where we're headed. This is where the steep drop-off is, and along the top of the drop-off is lush with corals and fish. We're now on the front of Sky Reef and we're almost there. And from here forward, there is plenty to see. Like this beautiful Gorgonian soft coral, swaying in the current. Or this cool smooth trunkfish, fluttering along. Cruising these clusters of corals is fun, with much diverse ocean life to see. Each mini coral reef is an amazing ecosystem of life, each with its own amazing ocean views. Check out these large netted barrel sponges, which like corals are animals. Right above us is another cool animal, often mistaken for a jellyfish of sorts. It's a spot-winged cone jelly, which is a transparent gelatinous creature with 4 dark dots. These little spot-winged creatures lack stinging cells and move by using rows of cilia for propulsion. Now we're at the drop-off at the outer buoys of Sky Reef. You have to be extremely careful here as local boats zip by right outside the buoys. We're approaching the drop-off where the depth goes from approximately 14 feet to over 25 feet. But before we go over, let's check out this crevice in the ground with lots of fish coming in and out. There are lots of sergeant majorfish with their black stripes and yellow color, along with the all-yellow French grunts. And there's even a small dark grouper watching me from the shadows. I noticed nearby there's another hole in the ground, but much larger, right at the drop-off. Looks like I can fit. Let's go through. The view from the bottom is so amazing and peaceful. Let's take a closer look at some awesome coral clusters and the life they support. Here's a busy scene with the dark branching tomb sponge right up front, surrounded by several species of grunts and snappers, among other fish. Here's a long-spined squirrelfish with its huge eyes, silvery red body, and orange gold stripes. Here's another long-spined squirrelfish, along with a very curious blue-striped grunt. There's so much thriving life in this scene, from sea whips, sea plumes, sea rods, several species of sponges, and some hard corals. There's a concha under the rocks, with white feather duster worms to the right, with the French grunt and sergeant majorfish swimming about. Here's a close-up of several white feather duster worms attached to a purple sea fan. Both are filter feeders on zooplankton and phytoplankton, carried by the current. Check out this strange coral of some sort. I'm not sure if it's a sponge or hard coral, but it looks like an underwater alien space station. Here's a dark sea cucumber of some sort. I'm not sure the specific species, with all the debris stuck all over it. Sea cucumbers move extremely slow. It could be moving right now, you just can't tell. Here's another awesome cluster of corals and fish, another long-spined squirrelfish, with sergeant majorfish circling. I love seeing all the diversity of the sponges and corals attached to the rock and nearby. I wish I could hold my breath for hours and just sit here and hang out. Here's a cool spotted moray eel in a crevice on the side of the coral cluster. Moray eels are solitary and usually non-aggressive if they don't feel threatened. Now let's cruise the edge of the drop-off from top to bottom and experience all the cool fish and corals. Thank you for exploring with me beautiful Isla Cozumel, the amazing ocean life of Playa Corona and Sky Reef. I hope you find value in this experience, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Please subscribe now to catch future new videos, and share this video on your social media with other ocean life lovers. Visit my website, oceanearthgreen.com, to explore more ocean life videos and photos created by snorkelers, freedivers, and scuba divers from around the world. Thanks for watching. See you on the next adventure.